Hello friends, now this is the part 2 of my mathematical model series, and previously I have completed till this point the transfer function, that is Laplace transform of output by Laplace transform of input when all the initial conditions are 0. As an example, I have taken Laplace transform of impulse response by Laplace transform of input impulse. Now, one more basic thing you have to understand in case of impulse or response. In case of response, that is, you always have to remember that total response is the accumulated version of zero input response and zero state response. Total response is the addition of zero input response and zero state response. I think these things uh, have been studied in your signal systems wherever you have studied this, but I am telling this one more time to you that zero input response is nothing but zero input response means the response due to zero initial condition. I am explaining these points one by one, don't worry. Zero input response is the response for zero initial condition, and zero state response, that is due to input when the input is zero. So these things might be making some difficulty to you, but I am explaining this very easily. The difference between these two statements, it seems kind of similar but not at all similar. And one more thing, this zero state response, consists of two kinds of responses. One is transient response, which is dynamic or dynamic response. Transient response or dynamic. Another one is steady state response. Or static response. Now I am taking a simple example, very known example to you guys, and I am explaining what is zero input response, what is zero state response. Now let's take an example, that is the equation of straight line. What is that? Y is equal to mx plus c. A very easy equation. Now here we can say y as our total response, and this mx part, that is zero state response, and this c part, the constant part, that is zero input response. Why? If we give zero input means x is equal to 0, then y is equal to c, means when input is 0, system's response is C, means this part is 0 input response. But when everything is 0, means the state is 0, then the response will be 0. The total response will be 0. Hence, this part is 0 state response and this part is 0 input response. So I think now it is clear to you. Now I am going to talk about a very important point about transfer function of any system. Note down this point and try to memorize it. Transfer function of a system is unique. That is, one system can't have two transfer functions, but two or more number of systems can have the same transfer function, because transfer function of a system does not depend on the physical configuration. If I write, you will understand this. Transfer function of a system is unique. That is, one system can't have two transfer functions. But two or more number of systems can have the same transfer function. Because transfer function of a system does not depend on the physical configuration. Does not depend on the physical always remember this point. Now this is the end of my two part of mathematical model. In my next video I will be starting the block diagram representation, and after that I will be completing example of block diagram reduction technique with block diagram reduction technique, and after that I'll be continuing the rest processes. So if you like my video, you share and subscribe my channel and click the bell icon, because I'll be uploading all my videos one by one, and it will be helpful for your university examination as well as GATE examination. Thank you.